Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Excelcast. I'm your host, Joe Parker. Recently, I've been thinking about balancing my life, and I know I have a lot of episodes on balance and maintaining those balances, but I think balance comes with your priorities as well. So, whenever you have your 3 to 4 main priorities, how do you balance those things? Like for me, it's family, the gym, my friends, and then my work. And I kind of balance my work in with podcasting and reading, self development, things like that. So I don't count those as my friend time or downtime. It's more of me developing me as a person. Um, but why do you do what you do? So why do you maintain strong relationships with your family? Why do you work as hard at work or at self-development or at whatever your hobby may be that you want to take off or impact people around you? How often do you hang out with your friends? Why do you hang out with your friends? What benefits to hanging out with your friends? What does that serve you? And then also, just time for yourself as well. Why do you need that time for yourself? What are you doing in that time for yourself? Are you recovering? Are you recuperating? Are you gaining energy back again in order to be able to attack those other areas of your life with the fullest mindset, fullest power possible? And I've noticed that whenever we've had something happen to us in our lives, I heard someone say, why stands for who hurt you or what healed you, right? So what had the biggest impact on you, which would kind of would carry over to why you spend so much time on that. So like for me, well, why do you go to the gym? Well, the gym healed me because I didn't feel good enough at first. I was a big kid. I didn't feel like being that big that I was worth anything. I was like, wow, like look at me. I can't even say no to a donut. I can't say no to chicken tenders. I can't say no to, just laying around or, doing anything that goes against, being a healthy individual. I wouldn't go outside. I wouldn't exercise. I wouldn't push myself. I wouldn't do anything like that. So, and the more I progressed in that direction, the more I felt like I wasn't worth anything. I wasn't worth anyone's time of day. So that hurt me. But then also going to the gym and running and dieting and all that healed me. That healed me in an immense amount. So that was that was on a physical level. So that was easy, physical and mental. But it was easy to overcome that because it was just a physical thing. It was just, hey, you need to run outside or you need to walk outside. Like just get up and go, start walking. So I put all my chips on that for a while, and that was my why for a while. Like it was what hurt me and it's what's going to heal me. So I completely solely hyper focused on that. And I'm not going to lie, some of my other relationships with people suffered because of it. Now some of them grew because of it. And that's another thing that I don't think I've realized until very recently, that when I was going hard, what relationships started to become better because of it. And I don't think that I really took that into account. I just kind of was like, oh, this is just how life is. Like, these people are in my lives. My life, our lives are, just at this moment in time where we're cool, we're hanging out, we're talking. Um, and then I kind of just realized that, as I started to decline, I was like, oh, well, these people are not conducive to what I'm doing. They don't want to do XYZ, and that means that that like there's something wrong going on with them. But then I didn't really like take into account like, nah, dude, like you're not your best self right now. And that's what's going on. You're not fully invested in your why. That's what's happening. You got knocked off purpose, and you think that it's these other people and it's not you. And I would often, think that I needed others to represent what I stood for, when there was a lot of moments in my life where I wasn't representing what I stood for. And I had to get past that and get over that. There's been moments where, I stand for being a good person. I wasn't a good person. I stand for being healthy. I wasn't healthy. I stand for, eating right and working out correctly. And there was times where I was pushing heavy weight to ego lift to feel better about myself, rather than just lifting what I could lift to a reasonable rep range in order to maintain my strength, build resistance training, and push myself further. I'm not saying that there's nothing with like shooting for a PR or trying to better yourself in the strength category, but it was to the point where like I was losing form just to lift a certain amount of weight, and it's not beneficial to me. I mean, who is it beneficial for? It's beneficial for my ego for what, about 30 seconds? And when I get to tell people that, oh, I hit a PR, oh, I hit a big weight, like, they're like, okay, what are you training for? I'm not training for anything. There's nothing that I'm training for. So what's the point of me hitting a PR? I do understand the aspect of, mentally you getting to a point where you get to say, hey, I hit this weight, but I don't think that that's why I was doing it. So that's why I feel that at that particular point in time, that wasn't my goal. So the reason and the why that I was doing it was to impress my ego, not necessarily to, better myself or to show others that it's possible. I think that particular mindset, like, hey, people told me I couldn't do it my whole life. Now I'm going to do it because I need to show them and everyone else that it is possible. And that can also be your why. Your why could be your entire life. You were hurt. You were, you can't be a stand-up comedian. You can't sing. You can't this. You can't that. I know Walt Disney, he was fired from his first job or his first couple of jobs for not being creative enough. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first couple of positions because she wasn't fit for TV. And she was told that she would never be on TV. And there's a lot of other individuals that were told. Michael Jordan cut from his high school basketball team freshman year. People were told throughout time that they weren't good enough and that they weren't fit for what they had imagined in their mind that they were fit for. But all they had to do was put their mind to it. And all they had to do was to be determined and to work harder than everyone else. And that's passion. Passion is when, no matter how the odds are stacked against you, no matter what hand you have, you play that hand to the best of your ability to achieve the outcome that you want, because you know in this life, that's the life that you want to live. And we only get one life. I forget the exact statistic, but there's a better chance of you hitting the lottery 13 times, I think it is, than being born in this state, in this moment in time, and being alive and having the opportunity to grow and to create the world that you want to create. I think a lot of us take it for granted. I know I've taken it for granted. I've taken for granted being able to be alive, especially back when I was heavy. I was just floating through life, not really caring about anything. And right now, even though I grind, I still feel lost. And, a lot of people will say, oh, like this, this kid turned out fine, or they turned out okay. Like they're on this comfortable path and they're perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with them. They turned out better than we expected, and they're fine. But I feel like if you hit a point where you're like, oh, I turned out okay, like I'm okay now, you get stagnant. And that's when, you can easily revert back to what you've been doing. And I feel that I'm still learning, and I believe that you turn out, quote unquote, until you die, until it's over. Because people grow, people change. I've seen a lot of people in my life recently make changes for the better when they were told and they were told, oh, when you're this age, that's it. That's it. It's over. But there's been a lot of people in my life that I've been really impressed with because the odds are stacked against them. Hey, once you hit 30, that's it. You're kind of stuck at where you're at. There's no really room for growth. Your mindset is your mindset. You can't learn anything new. You can't act any way different. And there's been some people in my life that are very close to me and that mean a lot to me that have really made a change for the better. And I'm absolutely proud of them. And they know who they are. But I hope that they know their why and they know the impact that they have on me and the impact that they have on people around them, their ability to flow through issues, their ability to be able to just, all right, next. And it's been a pleasure to watch them grow and a privilege to be able to learn from them. And it's helped me realize that even though you may not do everything that you've set your mind to, like in a day, like everything may not always work out the way that you want it to work out, but life is all about being happy and being in the moment and knowing that what you've asked for will come to you and enjoying the pass of time while you wait for it to come your way. And work hard, work toward it, piece by piece, day by day. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram at excelcast_. Follow me on TikTok at excelcast. This will be posted on YouTube and Spotify on the Excelcast page. And I appreciate all the support. 4 episodes away from 50 episodes, which is pretty crazy considering I started this on my phone. So I don't know what to say. And I appreciate everyone's support and everyone's love. And as always, stay blessed and excel.